Welcome to the Beginning Band COVID Companion, Distance Learning for Band. We're about to play some of our first notes. The first note that I'm going to teach you is called F. F will use your flat thumb key in the back, your first finger, second finger, third finger, and fourth finger. It'll also require your right pinky. So the only fingers that we're not using would be your left pinky, your right hand middle finger, called number 5, and your right hand ring finger, called number 6. This is what an F should sound like. Sometimes you might notice that your tone is a little bit airy. If that's the case, your direction of your air might need to be aimed a little bit more downward. Also, it could be that your mouthpiece hasn't been rolled to that correct sweet spot that we talked about earlier. Much better. Another common problem for beginning band playing is a really squeaky tone. And we always want to take a huge breath before we play the flute, but then we need to regulate how quickly our air is coming out too. We don't want it to sound squeaky. Gross, right? So step 1 is to simply blow less hard. Another problem that could be causing squeaky tones would be that your head joint is rolled too far out this way. So you might want to roll it in just a little bit back. If you're sure that it's totally perfect, then what your problem is probably that your airstream and your aperture is being a little bit too much like a toothpick and not quite enough like a milkshake straw. So in summary, if you feel like you're getting squeaky tones, check those 3 things. Are you blowing too hard? Is your mouthpiece rolled to the correct position? And is your aperture size too small? Sometimes we create what's called a stuffy tone. To eliminate stuffy tone, check 3 things. Your mouthpiece might be rolled in too far, so check that first. Secondly, too much of your lip might be covering the hole. Make sure that 1/3 of the hole is being covered by your bottom lip. And lastly, you might just need a little bit more air. That's better. Another common problem in beginning band is producing no tone at all. What might be happening is the direction of your air might be going too far outward and not angled down enough. Another problem is that the hole in your aperture might just be too big. So maybe think of it being a little bit more of a toothpick sized. Much better. The next thing you should do is that you should practice these ideas that we talked about. Practice finding that sweet spot in all 4 ways. You can practice it on F, you can practice it right on your mouthpiece, but you really want to focus on being able to make a beautiful sound before you start worrying about what your fingers need to do on all those different kinds of notes. Happy practicing.